All the disrespect before you play back, button check. Button check.
What is up, Button Check family? Thank you guys for tuning in once again. We got a whole week, a full week of checking these Merry Christmas holiday buttons. Today, we definitely got an interesting topic. This is a hot topic, man. It's been going on, I want to say, for at least a week. Well, actually, of course, there's more to it that's been going on a lot longer, but as far as like people just flaming it on social media, it's fairly recent. And as you probably have guessed by now, by the title of this video, these are definitely some buttons we gotta check. So anyway, without further ado, hope you guys are enjoying your day because you already know it's about to get better, baby. Let's go. All right, now into the first set of buttons, these set of buttons that need to be checked. Of course, this one pops off in the world of the almighty Hitbox, but not only Hitbox Arcade, but also junk food custom arcades. Apparently, there is gonna be a court battle. There is a current lawsuit going on right now. Honest to God, I didn't even know who junk food custom arcades was until I started, seeing this story. And I believe, I don't know the exact number, but I think their company's like several years old, somewhere around there, and they seem to have a nice following. And of course, the profile and the screen and the link in the description field if you want to check them out as well. Okay, so here's where this whole story pops off, at least first popped off for me. So there's a very well-known YouTuber, right, in the FGC by the name of Mr. Sujano. And he posted this tweet not too long ago about his video that he made right here saying, it looks like things in the fight stick community are heating up. Junk food arcades is taking on Hitbox in court. What I'll do is, as I talk about this, I'm gonna show clips of his video. And yes, I did get permission from him. He's an awesome dude. Definitely show him some love. So link down for his YouTube as well. Like I said, I've been watching this guy for a while. I really think he has a great channel. But anyway, I reached out to him because I saw that he covered this story. And this is actually, honestly, the first time that I learned about the story.
So if we take a look at this public information here, it looks like this lawsuit was filed on December 6th, so it's still pretty recent. The plaintiff is Junk Food Custom Arcades, and from my understanding, that means they're the ones that launched this lawsuit. The defendant is Hitbox. It's in regard to a patent. And it looks like the plaintiff here, so Junk Food Custom Arcades, has demanded a jury.
Now, this is kind of like a big part of the story, like the meat of the story kind of pops off. So Junk Food apparently was supposed to attend CEO. They were supposed to be like a big part of it, like an official sponsor, right? Then all of a sudden, they pull out. Then they post this tweet right here with this message saying, Junk Food Custom Arcade was sent a cease and desist letter from Hitbox prior to CEO and did not attend. With a good faith effort to resolve this dispute, we maintain that our products do not infringe any valid intellectual property rights, as was suggested in the C&D letter. The complaint reference in this video is our path to a declaratory judgment. GFCA has always respected valid intellectual property rights and will continue to do so. We look forward to providing you, our valued customers, top-notch JFCA products moving forward.
Here, Junk Food Custom Arcades has a couple of products with button layouts that are very similar to the Hitbox patent. And they've teased a new product here with a button layout that is very similar to the Smashbox. Thirdly here, from my understanding, Junk Food Arcades was the primary fight stick sponsor for CEO. And the day that CEO started on December 3rd, Junk Food Arcades put out a statement that all of a sudden they wouldn't be at the event. They didn't provide any details and they said they wouldn't be speaking about it. Now, admittedly here, I thought it was a little bit odd and suspicious that completely out of the blue, Junk Food Arcades pulled out of CEO, especially when they had a custom snack box micro built specifically for the event. Soon after that, I got a bunch of messages from different people and there was some chatter on Twitter talking about patents and patent enforcement.
Okay, so here's what I initially thought. I'm gonna break it down to you guys the best way I know how, and the only way I know how is just to be 100% honest. So first, I read the comments before I saw Mr. Sujano's video, and 90% of them were going in on Hitbox, like, how dare they? I can't believe they would do something like this. Basically, like, screw Hitbox for screwing over the little guy. They think they could monopolize, the Hitbox industry. So I thought, naturally, holy shit, what did Mr. Sujano say? He must have went in. Then when I watched the video, I realized he didn't. He was actually very neutral. It was well covered. He just pretty much just said, here's the facts. And even in the video, he says, I don't know like a majority of what's going to happen or like, a lot of the behind the scenes details.
But now after reviewing the information, things just don't really add up. If you have any idea what's going on, or if you have any speculation as to what's going on, please let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear it.
But even with that, minute information that he gave, it seemed like a lot of the viewers took it and decided to light their pitchforks and start going after Hitbox. So then I was kind of surprised because I started calling a lot of people I know, and I was like, honestly, I was lost. I was like, what the fuck is going on? Why are so many people pissed about Hitbox just from watching this video? Anything I say right now is probably gonna sound or even come off right biased because I have a damn Hitbox hat on my head. Y'all know for a long time, we have been down with Hitbox. Let me tell you my relationship with Hitbox real quick if you don't know. So I'm not sponsored by Hitbox. I'm not. They don't pay me any money. The way I know the people at Hitbox is because one of my good friends that lives here in Dallas, I used to play him like at the locals and whatnot, and he was just a good guy. He ended up getting involved with Hitbox. Hitbox was like his life, like one of his dreams, right? He loved that company. Anyway, he ended up like basically working for them. And then when we started like Bogus Journeys and Button Check, he was like, oh shit, would you guys like to try our products? And then from there, he introduced me to like the CEO. We met them at Evo, and they always just showed us love. Well, one time when we met up, they gave us gear. They gave us hats. They gave us shirts. You know, when I started this channel, I used to wear another hat. I think I had like probably 2 hats while doing this whole damn channel. And then they got so dirty, I lost one of them. I didn't have any hats. Y'all know I love to wear me some hats. The only time I don't wear a damn hat is when I go to work, like if I'm like at an office job, obviously, or something like that. And I was like, holy shit, I have 2 hats over there. I keep them hung up in the closet. They're my Hitbox hats. So I started wearing the damn Hitbox hat. I never talked to them about it. I just did it because I liked the way it looked. Lo and behold, the CEO saw me and he was like, yo, I love your channel. I noticed you're wearing our gear. Would you like some products to give away to your viewers? And literally, that's how our relationship began, doing these monthly giveaways with you guys. They have always come through. They have always been helpful. And anytime I ask for anything to do like a giveaway for you guys, they're like, let's do it. And that's it. I'm not sponsored. That's why on my profiles, like on Twitter or Facebook or anything, I put I'm an affiliate with them. I'm not even sure if that's the correct word because I'm definitely not officially sponsored. So this is a crazy thing too. I was actually gonna wear a different hat today because I went to the mall the other day and I was like, I need a hat. I can't keep wearing the Hitbox hat. I need a selection of hats. I feel like I'm playing this one out. But I felt like today would have been the wrong day to do it because then people would have been like, oh, I see he ain't wearing that Hitbox hat no more. Probably because they're getting sued. And that has nothing to do with it. If you see me change the hat, this video has nothing to do with it. I just want to wear different hats. So anyway, to make a long story longer, this is what I did. After I saw that video by Mr. Sujano and a lot of the comments on Twitter where people were just going in, I contacted everybody I knew at Hitbox, one after another. People that were sponsored, people that worked behind the scenes, and I was like, can somebody tell me what I'm missing? And can somebody tell me what's going on? And eventually all roads led back to the CEO. So I had to reach out, and I don't like to be that guy, but I said, yo, I understand there's a lawsuit going on, and I understand you may not want to talk about it because you might be looking at me like you can go to hell. But also, and I hope you understand this, I kind of feel like it's my business. That might sound like arrogant or self-centered, but I did tell him in a nice way. I said, I kind of feel like I need to know something because just like you would do any business, if I'm holding y'all down and y'all are doing some shady shit, I want to know. Then he started he laughed in a way, but he said, no, I get it. It's business because vice versa, same thing, right? If I'm doing shady shit, y'all would want to know. So I said, I understand you might not be able to talk about all the details because it's an ongoing case that's about to go down, but I need to ask you some questions for my own peace of mind. Would you be willing to answer? He said yes. Right now, I'm basically gonna go through most of what I was able to ask him and he was able to answer and kind of break it down to the best of my ability. Okay, so obviously we know Hitbox has been around for a while, like 10, 11 years, possibly even longer, right? Started with 2 brothers in their parents' basement. They were down there creating all these designs for like hitboxes and whatnot, just working on it for like 5 years. Finally, the CEO was like, yo, this is amazing stuff. I believe in this product, but the only way to take it to the next level was I gotta figure out how the manufacturers do it, so he decided to move to China. He then relocated by himself to China for I think like another 5 years. Sacrificed everything and went to China to like patent all this stuff or just design the Hitbox. And that's exactly what he did. Everything that he created and designed, he put a patent on. He copyrighted the stuff. I know some of the comments were like, oh, you can't copyright or patent a button layout. To be honest, I don't know if you can, but I do know one thing. The Hitbox and all this other stuff does have copyrights on it. They do have patents. Everything was registered by Hitbox. From there, eventually, I'm not sure at one point, but they were able to set up their headquarters in Vegas, right? Another comment that stands out to me is when people say, oh, give the little guy a chance. You don't understand that Hitbox is the little guy. Like, I think because Hitbox is so well known now, we have a tendency to forget that they're not a huge company. Literally, I think it's only like 7 or 8 of them in a warehouse in Vegas. And by warehouse, I don't mean like an Amazon warehouse. I mean just like a warehouse. And they've been doing it for years by themselves. Just that crew, ordering, shipping, putting together, selling hitboxes. This has basically been the CEO's dream. This is like his lifelong work. Everything he has is about the hitbox. And I asked him, I was like, this whole thing with junk food, like, are you sure, first of all, can I make a video about it? Can I ask you these questions? And he was kind of nervous in a sense because he said, I really don't like to make videos where it feels like I'm taking shots at people or I'm talking trash about people because I'm not that type of guy. When people do it to me, I still don't want to do it back to them because it doesn't feel right. And then this is how I knew he was a G, because I was like, look, I don't have to make this video. I thought I would just ask you first. And he said, no. I think it's actually whack if you don't make the video because obviously people know that, you rep Hitbox. So if you don't make the video, people are going to probably think it's whack. So make the video. So I'm like, all right, we finna check these buttons. Let's go. Here's what it all comes down to. Hitbox is a business. They're a small business. This dude was around before any of these other people and they sacrificed everything, his whole life, to create this product. You look at it from his point of view. He's like, yo, I created this. I spent all these years creating this. As a business person, your goal is to go from the small guy to the big guy. That's what you want to do. And of course, anything that you create, you're going to copyright. You're going to put a patent on that. You're going to try to keep it safe. It's your invention. The thing I don't get is how the FGC chooses to look past all that and be like, oh, you guys are greedy because this is your invention, but you don't want to give it up to somebody else so they could possibly put you out of business. And then some say, well, just make a better product. Let everybody make hitboxes, but if y'all make the best one, y'all ain't got nothing to worry about. To tell somebody who sacrificed everything, just give it up. Just give it up because I like the way this one looks better. I like the size of this one better. I like that this one's $15 cheaper, so give it up, motherfucker. From a business point of view, from the one making it, from the one sacrificing it, doesn't make much sense to me. From a business standpoint, they're basically just trying to protect their creation. So that's the question and that's real talk. If you disagree, honestly let me know because I don't care. What we preach on this channel is it's okay to agree to disagree. Like I said, what I sound is gonna sound biased because I'm looking at it from what they're saying. And I wanna go on record and say this too. I don't know what's gonna happen in the court case. I don't know if junk food is gonna win. I don't know if there's gonna be like some more stuff revealed that I have no idea about, that we all have no idea about. I don't know. And I'm also not here to just point fingers at Junkbox and just say they're wrong. They stole it and this and that. I'm not saying that. The only thing that obviously is like when you got an originator of something and they were here first, everybody that comes after them was obviously inspired by them. Now, it's up to the courts is what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to say. It is up to the courts whether that is still considered stealing. But I also said, what about the point that Mr. Sujano made that if, let's say worst case scenario, if y'all lose, junk food wins this copyright thing, but then that means basically it opens up for everybody else to start making hitboxes, right? Because they can determine that no, you can't copyright a button layout or however you want to refer to it. Then all the bigger stick companies could start to mass produce hitboxes. He did admit, yes, that is something we are worried about because they're bigger than us. They could outproduce us. They could push out so much more, possibly meaning financial devastation to Hitbox. So there you have it, basically in a nutshell. Now they have to go to court. I have no idea who's gonna win. Like I said, I have no idea if new evidence is gonna be presented, but I'm very interested to see how this ends up for junk food and Hitbox and for the bigger, stick companies. In the end, I think people of the FGC just want to see the FGC grow, right? There's a lot of fans, people of the snack box, right? They like the micro, they like the way it feels, the size of it. And of course, there's a lot of fan fans of the Hitbox. And I think at the end of the day, people want to see these products stick around. But is that possible? What's gonna happen? So one more again, thank you guys for all the amazing love. We will see you soon. If not tomorrow, then definitely the next day. Definitely by Friday, which is Christmas Eve. Wait, love y'all forever. See you soon. Peace.
Blah, blah, blah. Subscribe!
I want to preface this video by stating that I am not a legal expert, I am not a patent expert, and these are just my opinions.
I'd also like to go on record, of course, that I am not a lawyer or an expert when it comes to copyright issues. I'm simply a well-endowed YouTuber that's known to lay it down.
No, you're not.
Bitch.